Okay, so I've been thinking about the things that I said about social networks, about how bad comments are on people's, um, social networks. It's out of control. People think they can post anything and get away with it. It's not, and that put people down. There's people who suffer mental disorders who can't handle those bad comments. So, you should not judge people, because like for me, I'm a little person, and I would never comment rudely on someone else's social network, only if necessary, if they said something bad about me, and I probably get banned because I normally do, so my temper kicks over. Because I got bad temper, but the thing is, like I saw on Facebook last night or this morning that the government is considering new Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts and etc. They go so far ID. So I think the government got that ID from me. So I should be credited to that ID because I totally agree with that. Um, I think social networks should be banned from 15 younger. Should be only for 16 and older because I think kids should not be on social network. And when they're out of control, and the parents don't know nothing about it, because they make a number of fake accounts without their parents knowing it. So I think the blame should go on here to the parents to supply the internet and to the kid or the kids who are out of control. So it's obvious what needs to be done is a photo IDR I had for over a year now. And Australian government should bring it in for new accounts on social networks, on all of them, including President Network. Like, if you got a student ID, I mean, if you're 16, you got a student ID, yeah, you can join. I think 16 is like a age that, I'm not a pedophile, I don't touch kids and shit, but I'm just saying that, um, at 16, you must mature. That's what I'm saying, yeah. But, some people are not, so, it's a very dicey thing, but it's got to work out for both sides, got to work out for the adult and the young adult. Because I believe in young adults should be on social network. I got no problem with them, but that some of them are out of control. They make threats. They troll people, make up lies, etc. So I'm just off my brain right now because like I'm just saying what's on my brain. That I think that idea, that photo ID is totally, I support it, and like I'll get a lot of backlash for this, but I had that idea for over a year, and the government must have picked it up from me. I say they did, so that I should be credited to that idea, but I let the government do it because like the government is doing a good job for Australia, and the Labor Party, the leader, the Labor Party leader is weak like anything. I tell you something, he's so weak, he's more weak than Bill Shorten. The thing is, Labour Party been in opposition for a long, long time. But the thing is, what we've got to worry about, the coalition, is the Greens. That's what I'm more concerned about, and the independent parties. So we have to, like, Australia, what we need to do is go back to the old days, go back to like 30 years ago when we all had a level head. And I'm talking to my generation onwards. And I think we should bring this back in. Like, if you're not open vote, that's fine. You can vote whatever way you want. I don't mind that. I don't care. But if you pick a party and say, "Oh, I'm a liberal," you stick with a liberal. But vote on the policies. Don't vote on the person. Vote on the policies. And the policies are from the coalition are stronger than the Labour Party, so there. But back to the subject on hand. That yes, I think that a lot of people should be have a lifetime bans on social networking because they troll people, making threats on they probably stalk them, and I think that's quite disgusting. And there's no laws about that yet, and there should be laws about it because it's getting out of hand, and people are not respecting each other, and anything you do, it's blown out of proportion. I think it's about time a lot of people, including adults who are out of control, should be banned from social network for life, and the internet should be monitored by the Australian government, federal police. That's been my opinion. I'm saying this: you people who give people a hard time online. I'm just talking for Australia here. I'm not talking for America. I'm talking about Australia. The government's cracking down on it. Your days are getting numbered, right? That you can keep on whinging and you keep on making noise about people, but sooner or later the laws will be kicking in and you'll be out for good. And I'll be still here and I'll be saying the same thing. Control your fucking kids.